Today is Tuesday, August 11th, 2026. Here are the day's main stories. We begin this hour with breaking news out of South America, where a powerful earthquake has claimed more than 100 lives.
A magnitude 7.4 earthquake struck western Colombia yesterday, killing at least 132 people and injuring at least 570. A state of emergency has been declared as rescue workers search for survivors trapped under collapsed buildings. The quake hit at 7:34 a.m. local time at a depth of 103 kilometers in Chaco province, and was felt across a vast area, including neighboring Ecuador and Panama. Many of the deaths are concentrated in the city of Pereira, in Colombia's coffee-growing region, with the cities of Cali, Quibdó, and Manizales also severely impacted. Despite the epicenter being near the village of San Jose del Palmar, local officials there reported no deaths or injuries, though roads were damaged. President Abel has pledged full government support for the recovery efforts.
In Turkey, lawmakers have approved a conditional pardon for thousands of Kurdish militants, a significant step in the government's peace initiative.
Turkey's parliament on Monday approved legislation that could lead to a conditional pardon for thousands of Kurdistan Workers' Party militants. The measure passed with a vote of 468 to 88. This legislation is designed to advance the government's peace initiative with the insurgent group and will only take effect once Turkish authorities verify that the Kurdistan Workers' Party, or PKK, has fully disarmed. The PKK announced last year it was ending its decades-long armed campaign against the Turkish state, declaring a decision to dissolve itself. This move followed a call from its imprisoned leader, Abdullah Öcalan, and included a symbolic disarmament ceremony in northern Iraq. The law is seen as a step toward ending a conflict that has killed tens of thousands and could lead to closer Turkish-Iraqi ties.
Meanwhile, the United States is shifting its strategy with Iran, as President Donald Trump signals a return to economic pressure.
President Donald Trump on Monday signaled a pivot back to sanctions as a primary strategy to end the ongoing conflict with Iran. He hopes months of bombing have pushed Iran's economy to a breaking point, forcing its leadership to meet demands to end its nuclear program and fully reopen the Strait of Hormuz. President Trump also indicated that since Iran seeks compensation in peace talks, he will demand the same for the United States. This shift comes as United States stockpiles of key weapons have reportedly dwindled, and stop-start talks appear to have stalled again. The Wall Street Journal reports Gulf states are now accepting a new normal in Hormuz, with Iran effectively in control. Hopes for an imminent deal to reopen the strait are fading, as Iran insists it will remain closed until President Trump agrees to its demands.
In other news out of Iran, there's been a significant leadership appointment. An Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps veteran has been appointed to a key security role, consolidating the hierarchy within Iran. Mohsen Rezai, a longtime commander, now holds a top security post.
And President Donald Trump reportedly used an elaborate ruse to depart Turkey following a recent summit. The Washington Post and the New York Times report he took a secret flight amid threats from Iran, reportedly hiding in a catering container to board a military jet.
Turning to domestic politics in the United States, voters in 6 states are heading to the polls today for high-profile primary elections. In Alabama, voters are participating in a second primary this season, a situation causing confusion and concerns about low turnout. This follows the U.S. Supreme Court's ruling against drawing district lines based on race, leading Alabama's legislature to reconfigure 4 of its 7 districts less than 2 weeks before the regular May primary. Meanwhile, Minnesota and Wisconsin are holding competitive primaries that will test the power of progressive candidates. In Wisconsin, Democratic Socialist state lawmaker Francesca Hong has been leading polls for the Democratic primary for governor. These elections will help define the Democratic Party's direction ahead of the November midterm elections.
Also in the United States, President Donald Trump has signed an order regarding childhood vaccinations.
President Donald Trump on Monday signed an order recommending fewer childhood vaccines and splitting the measles, mumps, and rubella, or MMR, shots. The order suggests reducing the number of recommended childhood vaccines from 18 to 11, focusing on what the administration calls, quote, core vaccinations against the most serious and dangerous diseases. President Trump stated that in past decades, when fewer vaccines were administered, people were healthier, and high rates of autism did not exist. However, multiple studies have found no connection between MMR shots and autism. The order serves as guidance, not a mandate, as vaccine requirements for school attendance are set at the state level.
That was the NDP Media News Digest. Thanks for listening.